And we are back.
Tell you?
To hear more from Master Jensen or from weird lights and brushes and man, that's pretty.
Right.
This is very pretty.
That's very pretty. Unreal Engine does some really good stuff.
Is this?
This is a pre-rendered cutscene. Yeah, this is Kairi.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's a different voice actor though. I don't think it's Hayden Panettiere anymore.
What's her name?
Hayden
Hayden Panettiere. Tiara.
Panettiere? I've never been able to pronounce it.
Panettiere?
The cheerleader from Heroes.
Yeah.
I actually don't know if she still voices Kairi.
Look it up.
I'm actually kind of curious. Because most of the voice actors are the same, but we have the occasional new actor.
Scared of him at first, but I've gotten to know him better.
Hopefully, I don't get spoilers.
To help his friend.
I typed in voice actors. That should be enough,
That
right?
should, that should not give you spoilers.
Apparently,
Kairi's,
Kristen Bell was still in there. I don't know why they didn't get Mandy Moore, though, to do the Tangled.
Yeah, I have no idea either.
I don't know either.
It must have been some kind of contractual or scheduling conflict.
It must have been, yeah, a scheduling conflict. Let's see. What's up?
Kairi asked him something, and then he responded back with, "I'm not sure. I think I'm forgetting something. Don't know what." It's like, wow, thanks for all the information.
So much info.
God damn, that's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
I like it.
Where are you? This says confirmed voice actors. Like, cool.
Who's Lee?
Who? Huh?
Who's Lee?
Lee is Axel. So remember the organization.
Oh, they dropped all their X's, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like the X is the thing that changed, and their names get all flipped around. Which I know they figured that out for Sora. But I swear to God, when they did the other organization names, like, don't worry, we'll figure it out later.
Yeah.
Especially with Axel, like, Axel sounds cool. It's like, that doesn't spell anything. They're like,
Lee!
What's wrong?
Liesel!
Oh, no! Huh? Still got the crazy red hair and
those threaded eyebrows.
What? Yeah, those threaded eyebrows. And he's way taller than everybody else.
Hell yeah, man, he's got to be cool.
I do like Axel. I mean, who doesn't want Raiden?
You're supposed to like Axel, right?
Yeah, you're supposed to. I mean, he's Raiden. Who doesn't love Raiden?
He's Raiden?
The same voice actor. From Metal Gear.
Oh.
Yeah, Quentin Flynn, I believe his name is.
It's more for me.
I don't know why I always thought it was pronounced Raiden, even though I know now.
We'll deliver it for
like,
you.
no, it's got to be.
Yeah.
It's got to be Raiden, right?
But
I think the only reason I knew it was Raiden
like
is because I heard
Sora.
it from Mortal
Even
Kombat
if
so
it's
many
on paper.
times.
Is Mortal Kombat not Raiden?
No, it should be Raiden as well.
I don't play Mortal Kombat.
Maybe it
I don't
is
know.
Raiden.
I don't know.
I don't know. People were already getting mad from mispronouncing Arrakis or Arrakis.
Arrakis.
Arrakis Denson.
Oh, man.
I'm just going to call him Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill in the Kingdom Hearts universe is pretty cool.
Gotta celebrate.
What is this guy's? What is everyone in Twilight Town's thing with popsicles?
So this has to harken back to the fact that they spent a lot of time in Twilight Town because that was the hub for the Nobodies.
Yeah, and I remember it was a big thing back then too.
I don't know. I think Tetsuya just really liked the symbolism of it and has really just been like, no, ice cream is important. It's life itself.
There's like an innocence to it, obviously.
Yeah.
But like, it just feels kind of weird because it's been mentioned probably 4 or 5 times already in this game.
You ready?
True. They don't really mention it anymore after this scene since I've seen it.
It feels like it's a trope that's going over my head.
Yeah.
Someone shaved off half
definitely
his
a trope.
eyebrows.
Well, his eyebrows are actually always like that.
I know, but they're so like they're so tiny. You dropped your most important thing in the world.
No, not my ice cream.
Oh,
so sad. It's on the ground and everything. I can't. No, it's just the worst thing ever.
I just dropped my ice cream.
Sorry.
Love how his hair flows, though. That's freaking cool.
What's wrong?
I'm very confused about her outfit's hood. She's got like an open back, but the hood is over right there. It's like
she's got like a backless
it's very
dress.
fashionable, but it doesn't seem very practical.
Tetsuya doesn't build practical outfits.
Yeah,
he builds cool.
I mean,
outfits.
it's square.
No, I know.
There's no need to have an outfit like that.
Yeah, I mean, either Amano was
On
creating
one
outfits
condition.
that made no sense, or you had.
They're just meant to look cool.
Yeah, same with this. Like, they're meant to look cool and technically physically possible.
Form over
Practical,
function.
Not so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did get off zippers, though. He has less zipper designs in this game. It's more about plaid.
Yeah,
he still loves belts, though. Belts everywhere.
You dropped your fucking ice cream, idiot. I would have eaten
Damn
that.
it. How dare you? And I still can't find out if it's different voice actors because they list all the other people. Yeah.
If they didn't list her, then I'm going to assume that it's someone different.
Probably.
Because if you can't find her as one of the more prominent voice actors on the front of the list, she's not gonna be. It's not gonna be her.
Maybe
probably.
they changed her a while back, and I just didn't know. I just don't want to go to the Kingdom Hearts wiki because I know they're already going to do spoilers there.
Oh yeah, they'll probably be on the front page. Who's this guy?
That's Zaldin. Remember the guy that hit you with all the Keyblades in Beauty and the Beast world in Kingdom Hearts 2?
Oh god, it's been forever.
Yeah, so that's him.
Vaguely, like darkness. It's like remembering a dream. It's like I think so.
I mean, that was 2005, so that was about 13 years ago. It's a long time.
It's been a while.
And if you haven't been like a,
I only played through it once too, so it's like.
If you're not a freak like me, you haven't played it multiple times and seen that character in multiple games.
Around the same time, the guards
and referenced over and over again.
Lying unconscious
I just remember you liked him because he was kind of dragoonish. I always liked his look too, because like he had like tons of pole arms and he just whirled them around. He was basically Noctis from 15 before Noctis existed.
I was gonna say, isn't he kind of like Isn't it kind of like how Cloud has his like multiple swords when he does his ultimate
it was
attack
very
or
much
whatever?
that. And that came out before in Advent Children, so I feel like that was the first time when Tetsuya was like, ooh, multiple weapons?
Yeah.
Yeah. God, this story is ridiculous.
Oh boy. Here comes the convoluted plot lines.
Yes. You know, I've always had issues with the word convoluted.
What would you rather say?
Intricate, I guess. But
it's not intricate. That intricate and convoluted are different.
That's true.
Intricate is intricate. Convoluted is intricate to the point of being bad.
That's fair.
It's over the top intricate. It's for no good reason. That's what convoluted is.
Yes,
so it's convoluted. It's intricate and over the top in a way that is detrimental to it.
I agree. I feel like they could have pulled back a little with like how much of the convoluted nature has happened or intricate nature that has happened. They've gone a little too heavy. They could have cut out about like 30% of kind of this craziness and just toned it down a little.
They'd have to do a lot less rework too.
Yeah.
If they could just
for sure. They went
over the top. They just kept digging themselves into holes though.
They really did. And the problem was like the side games are what really dug them in. Like the fact that they did Coded in 358-2 and had like a subplot in 358-2 when they didn't even need that subplot with Xion, and they didn't need Coded subplot either with the Data Sora and Data Riku. It's like we don't need that. That's not important. Like you cut out those games, you cut out a lot of the other bullshit that just it's not necessary for the core story. Because I feel like the core story of it with like Birth by Sleep and even like the diving into dream stuff from Dreamed Out Distance is still interesting enough. Like it's definitely still hammy and still probably more unnecessary than needed. But I loved the original concept of like nobodies and heartless. Like I thought that was kind of cool that, okay, well, if they become heartless, then what does happen to their bodies if that's just the manifestation of their soul?
Yeah.
So I thought that thing was kind of fun and interesting. But having replicas and data versions and data worlds, like, yes, it technically all works, but for a flow of a story, it's like we need to unlock about like 4 of those different like plot lines and just let them loose.
Yeah.
Which I think is what'll be nice about once this game is done. Like when they do future Kingdom Hearts games,
they have to be future games.
Oh yeah. The series is way too popular, but this is the end of this saga, so pretty much anything that happens during this can kind of be let go.
Okay, I was gonna say they need to do.
It's gonna not be a reboot, but it's gonna be a new story, which I think will allow them to be like, okay, we went too crazy with this, but like you said, they dug themselves way too deep that we can't get out of it now. We have to just go in it, and I think it would be beneficial to them if when they tone it back down, kind of get to the core of what was great about Kingdom Hearts 1.
Yeah.
Like you can still have some cool, different, like intricate ways that things connect, but you guys need to tone it down a little because, oh my God, if you haven't played all the games, there's a lot of shit that you're just like, what does this even mean? Why is this even?
And that's why they're having to do the
exposition.
Exposition. Thank you. That's the word I've been looking for like 3 minutes now.
Yeah.
That's why they just had to do an exposition dump and explain to their own characters what is happening. And Meanwhile, Riku's like, hey, Mickey, explain these things, you know, as if I've not been here all this time.
It does suck because, like, for me, I've played all the games, so I understand exactly what they're referencing, but I also know why. So press O or R1. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but I didn't know which one to take.
Oh.
I want to go to Corona, which I set a marker for.
Okay, so it's the yellow one. So go over to go towards your left.
I can't.
Yeah, not yet. You're gonna have to go through this canyon. Gummi Ship stuff, though, has been really rad.
It's good.
The coolest thing I believe about this game, the thing that I've liked the most, is, you know, some games where you get mini games, you get multiple modes, and they just don't feel very good. There's been nothing in this game except for the fucking 100-acre woods that hasn't felt good. Oh my god, the 100-acre woods. It takes like Puzzle Bobble? Bubble Bobble?
Bubble Bubble?
And
oh, that's right.
It does like a Bubble Bobble thing.
Jen was telling me that they did like a Bubble Bobble way.
Yeah.
She was like, what game has the dragons and the bubbles and stuff? I'm like, what? And she goes, it's kind of like you shoot them up and it does a puzzle at the top and you have to match 3 or more. I was like, oh, Bubble Bobble, yeah.
It's funny, I drew the Bubble Bobble character on one of my big illustrations, and one of my students like, oh, that's Pedro, the magic dragon. I was like, okay, kiddo, from now on, Bubble Bobble's character name is now Pedro. I don't know why.
Pedro?
I don't know why Pedro, but it's been like an in-joke every time I go back to school and see that. It's just like, oh, will you draw Pedro on the board? It's like, yeah, sure.
I don't understand. Is it just a name that he gave it?
It's just a name that she gave it. And I was just like, yeah, cool. His name is Pedro now. This version of the Bubble Bobble character is now Pedro.
Sure. Why not? Yeah.
I like the name Pedro.
We can get some Pedros.
Oh, what's this thing?
A big boss or something?
But yeah, actually the Bubble Bobble game in this is pretty good, but they have one where it keeps on coming down like it does in Bubble Bobble. But maybe I didn't learn till late how to actually play it because I don't read, which is my problem. And I made it a lot harder on myself. But one of the mini games, like things keep coming down, and you have to build up the meter to like have a Heffalump come by and like move the fruit down so you have more time. And you have to maintain it.
What's a Heffalump? I mean, I know it's in 100-acre woods.
So they're basically
Isn't it bad guys or something like that?
They were, but then they made a movie about
the Christopher Robin movie, right?
I think it was either the Christopher Robin movie or
the most recent one.
It's the Rue movie. It was an 2D animated one.
Oh, okay, you're talking about the older one.
So you know, like the purple elephant?
Yeah.
And like from the 2D animated movie, that's a Heffalump. So they made a movie where they're like, oh, Heffalumps aren't actually bad.
It is misunderstood.
I loved the Winnie the Pooh cartoon when I was a kid, though.
Oh, shit.
I still think that cartoon show is really good for like what it is.
It is. It's iconic, man.
Yeah.
But the I didn't understand what Heffalumps were because they mentioned in the Christopher Robin movie. I was watching the Sins movie, whatever it's called for it. And
Heffalumps and Woozles.
Yeah,
which is just like elephants and weasels.
Christopher Robin threw like a Heffalump or something. And I couldn't tell what the hell it was in the image, and I was like, what are Heffalumps? I don't remember.
Yeah, I mean, I love Winnie the Pooh. I think Winnie the Pooh's great.
This is tight. This feels really good.
And there's like tons of unique boss battles. I didn't even fight this one. I've never actually done this fight before.
Huh, whoa. Whoa.
This literally feels like a Star Fox game in Kingdom Hearts, and they have tons of things like that. They basically have like a snowboarding level in the Frozen world. Like, they have tons of cool little mini games, and each one feels well done. Like, I know you talked about like the sled thing feels weird in the Hercules level. It actually feels fine in the Frozen thing, because that's where like it was built to be used. Okay. Because it's big open spaces. Versus like the really shitty like, let's do this in corridors. Like, that doesn't feel good at all. Yeah. Especially when it's like just starting out, learning the mechanics and stuff like that. Yeah. It's like, what the hell is going on? Like, this is new to me entirely. Oh boy. But yeah, there's a lot of good in this game, but unfortunately, there's so much convoluted story, and if you haven't played them all, you don't really get as much out of it, and you also have to come into it with like, this story's cheesy, and it's definitely not for everyone. Definitely not. Definitely. Which is too bad, because I feel like Kingdom Hearts has a lot of potential, and it had a lot of potential with its first game, and even with the second one, but by adding too many side games, it's like, man, guys, this is actually like a really cool anime story, still over the top, but if you guys had just pulled back a little bit. No, they gotta be what they gotta be, man. But at the same time, like, I kind of appreciate how ridiculous it is. Yeah.
You gotta love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, or not like it.
Or not
and
at all.
then just
and then just don't play it. Go play Red Dead. Or go play Spider-Man.
Mike was just, we were recording with Mike last night, and Mike was just telling me how he was talking about video games with a lot of his coworkers, and they were like, yeah, I want to play all these like AAA titles, but you know, I don't want to spend all this money on them, and they're arguing about what games are good and stuff. And holy crap, this thing is whooping me. And they were talking about Red Dead versus like Grand Theft Auto and just all the AAA stuff.
So Square lets you dodge stuff.
I'm doing the square.
Yeah.
It's just the laser moved really fast, so I was like, oh crap.
Yeah.
And they were talking about that, and they're all afraid to like touch indie titles.
Which is too bad because there's so many good indie titles that are gonna give them exactly what they want.
Right? They were like, aren't all indie titles platformers?
It's like,
it was like, no, not at all.
I think so many people are just
They were like,
unaware.
well, there's no indie title shooters that are good. And it's like, okay,
that's not
but
true.
like, what would you relate it to? And Mike's like, well, Hollow Knight's really good.
Is it
And he's
more-
like, well, what did Hollow Knight get? Because Red Dead got this and that on their, what awards? What awards did they get? 'Cause it's not good unless they got rewards. Or awards.
Actually, a lot of awards.
Yeah.
It got Best of Show.
Well, Mike didn't know how to answer because he's like, I don't know. I didn't really like play the game or anything.
It's critically loved and won a lot of Game of the Year awards by a bunch of different websites.
Yeah.
Also, there's so many good games now. When I go to Game of the Year stuff, I'm not so much looking for what won. I'm looking for what was in the nominations.
And also, like, what interests you?
Exactly. But I think like nominations are a better gauge because at least then I get to know, oh hey, these were the best games of the year that you guys played, and by going to different websites you can see, oh hey, they like this game and this game. Oh, I'll go look at it, see if I like it.
Yeah.
And if it's something that I like, I'll go and play it. And the cool thing about indie games, they're usually cheaper than $60 AAA games.
You fucking caught me.
So close.
See how he was like aiming the other way?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'll go to the right side. And then he swung around and not enough time to react.
It's too late. Do you want to come back next time though?
I'll take out the flower garden. Yeah, I understand a little bit more. Yeah, I mean, we can.
Oh yeah, we can just cut it then.
We'll just cut a little bit out of it.
Yeah.
Because I'll end up dying. I didn't get hit for like the first 4 minutes. And then the lasers started hitting me, and I was like, okay, I don't understand how these are going to indicate where they're supposed to be going.
Yeah, I think you accessed a high-level boss for the area that you don't actually need to fight. But maybe you do actually have to fight this. I don't know. I spent a lot of time just going through and leveling out my Gummi Ship before I even did the first one.
I still have the basic one, so like,
Yeah.
it's probably not even hard. It's probably just, oh yeah, you're not supposed to fight this at
They
level
do.
1 Gummi.
I will say one thing, they made it really nice for the Gummi Ships. You don't have to collect a ton of parts to be able to use the blueprints. It seems like whenever you get a blueprint for the thing, you immediately can equip that new ship. So
Okay.
it's not like Kingdom Hearts 2 where you're like, oh cool, you got this blueprint, but you can't really use it yet because you don't have the parts. Like, okay, cool. But they've made it very streamlined because building a Gummi Ship is
Good,
just...
because everyone wants to play Gummi. Everyone wants to play the Gummi Ship. It's one of the favorite things of the game.
I heard a lot of people don't like Gummi Ships for some reason.
Really?
I've always loved them, but
I've always heard great things about them. That people love the Gummi battles because it was just something different to break up the gameplay. But it's not like you have to do like everything in the Gummi sections. It's like, no, you can get through. I mean, you can just like cheese half of it.
Yeah, once again, like I'm just very impressed by the amount of variety in this game. Because I spent like 2 hours in the Frozen world just doing snowboard games and trying to earn all this stuff from that. And it's just like, oh shit. Like, and like, then it's been a while doing Gummi Ships. So I was like, oh right, I should go do the other thing in Kingdom Hearts, fighting things.
That's a thing.
That's a thing. I forgot.
Yeah. What about watching cutscenes? Man, we can't get enough of that.
I think my only bummer with the Kingdom Hearts franchise is because I am so invested and I've played all the games, sometimes you'll go to the world and it's like, oh yeah, the movie that I've already seen. I actually kind of just want, you know, story. Like, I just want to know about more plot stuff from Kingdom Hearts. And less like, here's a little tidbit every time you finish the world. It's like, I've seen Dead Man's Chest. I know how this ends. Or like, I've seen Tangled. I know how this ends.
Yeah.
I've seen Frozen. I know how this ends.
If I'm going to play Kingdom Hearts, odds are I've probably seen more than half of these movies, guys.
Yeah.
Odds are.
Toy Story does something interesting.
Okay.
I will say they don't retread the plot of any of the movies, which is fantastic.
That's what I expected from all the worlds.
They actually the only ones they retread a plot of the movie is Frozen and Tangled, which I think is why.
Well, and Hercules too.
Hercules a little bit. They take like the end of that movie, but the world is very unique. Like there's no. I guess yeah, they do just tackle.
Yeah, because they just take the Titans.
That's true.
And didn't they? I mean, I didn't. What they did in number 2? Didn't you go down to Hades or the underworld or something like that?
In the first one, you're just at the Colosseum. So then you're just fighting your way, trying to prove that you're a hero. And Herc's already been there for a while.
Sephiroth and Cloud.
And then the second one, you go into the underworld. Like they changed the way that story was paced in like the movie. Because like you go to the underworld and like he gets Meg's soul, which happens at the very end.
I don't know what's going on
of the movie. You're powered up right now because you hit A rank.
Oh.
Because you're doing so well, now you do way more damage.
Cool. Yeah, it's kind of like going through the basics of the movie again and again and again. It's like, come on, guys.
That was the one thing I appreciate about the Pixar worlds is they don't retread the plot. They're almost like Monsters Inc. is almost like a sequel to like Monsters Inc., which is actually really kind of cool. You're like, oh shit.
I kind of want to see like the movies in like sequel form as to how we play them.
Yeah, and
it's like I know the movie for the most part, and if I don't, I'm also not going to be detracted by the world because it's different.
Yeah.
Or it's and then I maybe want to go see the movie because I'm like, oh, that was the best world. That was my favorite world.
I think that's the only reason why I would like DLC worlds because every world that they have done so far feels so like lived in and so cool. It's like. Honestly, yeah, if you released it for $10, I would probably pay $10 for another world to play through. If it's at the same level of quality that you guys have built, yeah, I'd be down. Even if it's just like extra content, like people like joked for a while. It's like, man, it'd be cool if they did a Star Wars world. It's like, I'd kind of dig that.
Gummi Ship, Star Wars world. That's not a world you stop at.
Like, I mean, that
it's like you fight TIE fighters and stuff.
That'd be kind of cool though. Like,
wouldn't it?
And having like just a boss battle against Darth Vader. It's like I'd be kind of down for that. Like, even if it's a really short world.
Yeah, I mean, it would have to be right because they don't want to like delve into the lore too much probably because they're like, well,
pretty boss. You could hire Mark Hamill to like voice the character because he likes doing voiceover. So it's like, hey, would you like to play your younger self? You're so close. So close.
Yeah. I'm gonna get
These do get better when you get more upgrades, because it will not take as long.
Yeah. Well, I was hoping to not get hit, but that fucking thing slammed into me because that was one of the long lasers.
Too for not getting hit.
Yeah. I mean, I figured I'm like, how am I not getting S rank? I haven't been hit this entire battle. Probably just because of
there is
speed.
No S rank, so A is the highest you can get.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, from what I know, I've not gotten anything S, and I've trashed a couple of things. And I've gotten no hits, so I'm like, A must be the highest.
Okay.
Yeah, look at all that
8,000 experience.
Level 11.
Gummi Ship complete. You now have a new commendation. Awesome. Well, we're gonna get to Corona, guys, and as we close in, we'll start up the next episode. So we'll see you later. Beep, bop, boo. That was fun. It was a nice little palate cleanser between cutscenes.
Yes, very much so.
You know? Wow, her hair is everywhere on this thing.
Jesus. You need a haircut, Rapunzel. Come on.